Greetings! You're wondering right now, who is this white guy on my screen? Why is Bayo doing a half-baked British accent? Well, we've been hiding some information from you all for a very long time until we had an official diagnosis. But simply put, we have DID, formerly known as Multiple Personality Disorder. Now that might be a new term to a lot of you guys, so let me explain. But first off, I am not a doctor, I am just sharing my experience. When you're a wee lad and you're still forming your identity, if lots of heavy trauma happens, your identity will somewhat split into multiple identities. These are what we call alters. I'm an alter, Bayo's an alter, and there's lots of other alters too. So people who have alters are often called systems. It's really important that every alter in a system is treated like a real and separate person. I can only imagine our exes seeing this video and going, "Oh, that explains a lot." Sorry guys. Well, I'm sure you guys have lots of questions, like, why share this now? Who are you specifically? And what does this mean for your content going forward? Let's start with what DID is not. DID is not acting, it's not scary, it's not being moody, and it's not like the TV shows or movies you see, unless that show is Moon Knight, which is a bloody good show. We're not dangerous or violent. DID is a trauma response, not a horror movie trope. Do I really look like I could hurt a fly? I'm a bloody British chibi character. We've collectively decided to share this all with you because system representation is deeply important for the acceptance of systems. There's too much negative or false media around systems, and we want to fight that. Also, it was getting quite difficult for us to pretend to be Bayo while recording. You might notice in some of our videos we sound very different, more monotone or more excited. Those small differences were actually an alter pretending to be Bayo when Bayo wasn't around. I've never personally pretended to be Bayo because, well, I'm damn British. Do you know how hard it would be to pretend to be American? No thanks. As for proper introductions, my name is Alan. I'm a librarian who enjoys collecting old books. Books in general are very special to me, and I love my job at the library helping people find the perfect book for them. So what does that mean for our content going forward? Well, don't worry, I'm not suddenly about to start doing book reviews, though Lord knows I'd enjoy that. We're going to continue making Chibimation content and more comedy videos, just with a small addition of mental health videos, especially relating to being a system, just because we have so much passion surrounding that. I've gotten a few other questions from you guys over on our Discord where we shared our diagnosis about a week ago. What does DID actually feel like day to day? The best way I can put it is the movie Inside Out. When someone is controlling the body, speech, or mind, they're at the front. Kind of like that room everyone from Inside Out would gather in, except our room looks like the White House president's office for some strange unknown reason. I just look over there and there's Noelle sitting in the president's chair telling me to do our laundry. We take turns controlling the body, usually not by choice. This is called switching. We get pulled out by various things. Music is a big positive trigger for us all. If you know us IRL, you know we wear headphones around almost all day. Different environments and different friends will bring out different alters as well. Some of our alters date people, some of us don't. I personally don't, but Noelle has a boyfriend, for example. We also like different things. Bayo is obsessed with Chibimation, Noelle is obsessed with management, and I like books and libraries. And Chris likes partying. Nebula likes space, which I'm sure you'd never guess by the name, and so on and so on. Switching, when we get pulled to the front, feels like being pushed to the front of the brain abruptly. It isn't painful, but it can be disorienting. We usually retain the memories of the last person, but not always. We almost all have low amnesia barriers, which means we can switch in and we remember almost everything from the last person. That's not how it is for everyone. A lot of people with DID will not remember the memories of the other alters that they switched in with. That's called having high amnesia barriers. Who else will be making videos now? Well, to answer that question, I need to explain a bit about our system. We're what you call a polyfragmented system, which means there's like a lot of alters. Sometimes those alters even have their own alters. It's crazy, but we like it. It's kind of like having a really big team inside your brain, and each person is there to help out in their own way. As of making the video, we have documented 84 alters, and about half of them are pretty active. So out of those 40 plus people, some like to do YouTube and some don't. So I honestly have no idea who's going to be showing up to make content, but I can promise you that they're awesome and you guys will get along quite well. So now, I'm sure you're wondering, how do we address you? Your channel name is literally Beowulf. Correct, it is, and we'll probably be changing that to Beowulf and Friends later on. But for now, it's okay to refer to us all as Bayo. That's who you know, and that's the channel name. However, we're always delighted to be referred to by our actual names, like my name, Alan. It makes me very happy and brings me to the front when I get to interact with people who are directly talking to me. Were there any signs that you had DID? There were actually quite a few. One I remember clearly was around age 15. We had no idea that DID even existed, and yet we created a comic about a girl who heard voices in her head. Not like schizophrenia, more like alters. They had names, separate personalities and interests, and held friendly conversations with the main character. We now recognize this was a form of projecting, and some of the characters we wrote were even alters in our system. We'd also feel very different when working on our channel and the game compared to when we did other activities. We would call this the Beow persona mindset because we felt so much like our character, Beow. Big shocker, it was Beow fronting, and Beow absolutely loves work. Another time, we were riding in the car with our crush who was driving. We just confessed to them and they had just rejected us. The emotional load was too heavy and we switched, except this time we couldn't remember anything. Somebody switched in who had high amnesia barriers and immediately concluded that we were being kidnapped. We didn't recognize our crush or where we were at all, and we slowly looked over at them and went, "I hope this isn't weird, but I have no idea who you are or where I am." Thankfully, they were very kind and helped us out. Another time, we went to a therapist explaining how we'd learned this cool trick. When we were too stressed, we could switch into this alter ego named Irene, and she would handle the stress for us. The therapist promptly told us to stop doing that or we'd develop DID. We recognized the therapist we were seeing was very uneducated in DID, or she'd have realized that we already had it, especially because DID only forms when you're young. We couldn't suddenly develop it at 17. We also had a very huge range of feelings about our channel. Some of us absolutely hate it. Some of us refuse to work on the channel. Others love it and see it as an amazing resource for helping people and making people laugh. Before we knew we had DID, we had no idea what to do with this on-again, off-again, love-hate relationship with our work. So we'd post videos for a month, then disappear for many months depending on who was the host. We'd also quit projects when we were younger, and a new host who didn't understand responsibility took over and decided they had no interest in the project. It's also okay to ask questions in the comments. If you're our system and you'd like to share some information or resources in the comments, or reply to people's questions, I encourage that. Also, our Discord is now system friendly with Pluralkit, which for those who don't know, Pluralkit is a bot that lets each alter talk as if they have their own account. If you'd like to join us and learn more about our system's alters, you can find that in the description. Also, would you guys care for an alter introduction video? I'm sure we can manage to get several of us in front of the mic. Anyways, thank you for watching, and any engagement on this video helps the channel. Please have a wonderful day, my friends.